Most people spend their life pursuing the path of least resistance. We avoid things that seem hard in favor of things that seem easy. And most of us recognize that constantly avoiding doing things that are hard is a problem. But this problem is not what you think. My name is Travis, and I'm a therapist who's passionate about self-development. And today, we're going into why you can't avoid hardships in your life. And this isn't me metaphorically saying, bro, you can't avoid hard things because then you won't achieve your goals and you have to sacrifice and you have to become great. No, I'm saying that the idea that you can even avoid hard things is just simply not true. Life is going to be hard no matter what. And there's just no way of getting around that. Think of it like this. Let's take Bob, for example. Bob isn't in great shape, but he wants to be in great shape. But Bob says to himself, going to the gym is hard. Maybe I'll just take the easy path and eat these donuts at home instead. But Bob is so wrong, not because he chose to stay home and eat the donuts, but because he thought that he could avoid the hardships altogether. Because while going to the gym and lifting heavy weight is hard, never exercising and being out of shape is also hard. Hardships are unavoidable. The question isn't whether something in life is hard or not, but rather how that hard is going to show up in your life. When we pursue comfort, we think that we're avoiding hardships, like spending hours scrolling on social media in bed or just bed rotting all day and eating chocolate. But the reality is we're just postponing the inevitable, and we end up facing a different kind of hardship later on. We sacrifice our long-term discomfort for short-term distractions. Take a second to digest this, because realizing that hardships are unavoidable can be really frustrating. But I actually think it's quite liberating. If you accept the reality of the world, that your life is going to be difficult no matter what, you begin to free yourself of the desire to constantly chase comfort. How many times have you pushed off your goal because you told yourself that it wasn't the right time to pursue it, or you just weren't in the mood to pursue something difficult? And you thought to yourself, well, I'd rather just feel comfortable doing this other thing. Oh, I'll start my business after the year ends. Oh, I don't feel like working out. I'm too tired. Oh, I'm not going to quit drinking. I'll be too stressed. But then the opportunity for action comes, and you find yourself abandoning your goals yet again because facing the challenge, newsflash, is still uncomfortable. We fool ourselves into thinking that there will be a time later on that's free of consequence from our previous actions that makes it somehow easier to take action. Once you accept that there will never be a perfect time to act, then you become free to act in imperfection. This isn't a simple thing. If you truly know that life will always throw you curveballs, and you even learn to expect the curveballs, then you stop waiting for the perfect moment to act, and you can actually make positive change in your life. You really only get one choice in life. You get to choose what kind of hard you're going to face. And if you don't choose, then life will choose for you. So here's what you have to do. You have to decide whether you're going to be active in your life or reactive in your life. You choose whether to face the hard in your life now, or be forced to face it later on based on the consequences of your previous action or lack of actions. Personally, I'm an advocate for the former, for being an active participant in my own life. If we know that we will face hardships no matter what, then we don't need to worry about choosing the path of least resistance, because that's based on a false idea that we can avoid doing hard things altogether. So what do we do instead? Instead of finding the easy path, we have to find the right path. Late in the day, when you get home from work and you're tired and you're beginning to take your shoes off and you're thinking what you want for dinner tonight and that show you're going to watch. But all of a sudden you think to yourself and you remember how you told yourself that you were going to start running this week and you were going to begin to exercise. So you ask yourself, what is the next right thing? Is the right thing to go on that run and exercise now and stay true to your own word? Or is it to push off working out and regret the shape that you're in later on? So really, there's good news and bad news in all of this. On one hand, facing hard things in life is unavoidable. But on the other hand, choosing which hardships we face can be the most empowering and liberating decision that you make. And embracing the discomfort is often the best way forward. Thank you for watching. If you're looking for more life-changing content, click the video right here. And remember to hit life on all cylinders.